Hello students, for class 10 we already have completed the explanation of the first chapter, number system. Now for the benefit of the students, and as some students have requested, I am going to give you the solution of some very important sums from exercise 1.1. First, I am giving you the solution of the second sum of exercise 1.1 so that any positive integer is of the form 6q plus 1 or 6q plus 3 or 6q plus 5, where q is some integer, so that any positive odd integer, I mean which are odd integer, they will be in the form of 6q plus 1 or 6q plus 3 or 6q plus 5. How to solve the sum? See, let a be any positive integer and it is divided by 6. Now it is a question, sir, why 6? It is because 6q plus 1, 6q plus 3, 6q plus 5, so divisor is 6. When q is quotient and r is remainder, then according to Euclid's division lemma, we will write a is equal to 6q plus r. Obviously you know that 0 less than equal to r less than 6, so r is equal to 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now when r is equal to 0, a is equal to 6q plus 0 is equal to 6q is equal to 2 into 3q. Now what you have seen, since 2 is a factor of 3q, therefore it is even number. Now when r is equal to 1, a is equal to 6q plus 1, that is equal to 6q is even, so even plus 1, even plus 1 is odd, so this is odd. Now when r is equal to 2, a is equal to 6q plus 2, again 2 is common, so what will you get? That is 2 into 3q plus 1. As 2 is the factor, then it is an even number. Next, r is equal to 3. For r is equal to 3, a is equal to 3q plus 3. 3q plus 3 we can write as 6q plus 3. We can write 6q plus 3 as 6q plus 2 plus 1. Now 6q plus 2 is even, so even plus 1, that is equal to odd. Now for r is equal to 4, 6q plus 4, that is 2 into 3q plus 2, that is equal to even. For r is equal to 5, a is equal to 6q plus 5. Now 6q plus 5 can be written as 6q plus 4 plus 1. Now 6q plus 4 is even, so even plus 1 is equal to odd. So what you get? Odd numbers are of the form 6q plus 1 or 6q plus 3 or 6q plus 5. Next, solution of question number 4. The question is, use Euclid's division lemma to show that the square of any positive integer is either of the form 3m or 3m plus 1 for some integer m. Okay, how to solve? Let a be any integer, any positive integer, and it is divided by 3. When q is the quotient and r is the remainder. Then according to EDL, means Euclid's division lemma, we can write A is equal to 3Q plus R. Obviously 0 less than equal to R less than 3 means R is equal to 0, 1, 2. Now when R is equal to 0, A is equal to 3Q plus 0, that is equal to 3Q. Now square of the number 3Q whole square, that is 9Q square. Now we can write 9Q square as 3 into 3Q square. Now if we suppose that 3Q square is equal to M, then it is 3 into M, 3M. So it is in the form of 3M provided when M is equal to 3Q square. Now when R is equal to 1, A is equal to 3Q plus 1. This implies A square is equal to 3Q plus 1 whole square. Now this is similar to, identical to the expansion A plus B whole square, that is equal to A square plus 2AB plus B square. So we will get A square means 3Q whole square, that is 9Q square, plus 2AB which will be 6Q plus B square 1 square 1. Now from the first two terms we will take 3 common. So whenever 3 is common in the bracket we will have 3Q square plus 2Q bracket close plus 1. Now if we suppose 3Q square plus 2Q is equal to M, then it is in the form 3M plus 1. So it is proved, where M is equal to 3Q square plus 2Q. Now for R is equal to 2. A is equal to 3Q plus 2 implies A square is equal to 3Q plus 2 whole square, that is equal to 9Q square plus 12Q plus 4, that is equal to 9Q square plus 12Q. Now in place of 4 we will write 3 plus 1. Now from the first 3 terms we will take 3 common. So whenever 3 is taken common inside the bracket, there are 3Q square plus 4Q plus 1, then bracket close plus 1. Now if we suppose this is equal to M, then it is 3M plus 1. So 3M plus 1 provided M is equal to 3Q square plus 4Q plus 1. Now sum number 5. For sum number 5 it is very important but quite similar to sum number 4. What is sum number 5? Use Euclid's division lemma to show that the cube of any positive integer is of the form 9m, 9m plus 1 or 9m plus 2. Now see students, how to start. Let A be any positive integer which is divided by 3 when Q is the quotient and R is the remainder. Now here one thing to be noted, we can also do the sum in place of 3 by taking 9. But if we are taking 9, then value of R remainder will be 0 less than equal to R less than equal to 9, less than 9. So it will be 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 less than 9. But if we are taking 3, how many times we have to do? Previously 9 times. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Now if we are taking 3, value of R will be 0 less than equal to R less than 3. So R is equal to 0, 1, 2. So 0, 1, 2, 3 times we have to do the sum. So it is easier. So always choose taking 3. When R is equal to 0, A is equal to 3Q plus 0. 3Q. So A cube, cube of the number, A cube is equal to 3Q whole cube. That is equal to 27Q cube. That is equal to 9 into 3Q cube. Now if we are taking that 3Q cube is equal to M, then 9M. So it is in the form 9M, where M is equal to 3Q cube. When r is equal to 1, a is equal to 3q plus 1. So a cube is equal to 3q plus 1 whole cube, which is equal to 27q cube plus 27q square plus 9q plus 1. Applying a cube plus 3a square b plus 3ab square plus b cube. Now if from the first three we are taking common 9, it will be 9 common bracket 3q cube plus 3q square plus q plus 1. That is 9m plus 1, where m is equal to 3q cube plus 3q square plus q. Now for r is equal to 2, a is equal to 3q plus 2, and hence a cube is equal to 3q plus 2 whole cube. That is equal to 27q cube plus 54q square plus 36q plus 8. That is equal to, now from the first three terms we will take common 9. So 9 bracket 3q cube plus 6q square plus 4q bracket close plus 8. Now if we are taking this as m, then it is 9m plus 8, where m is equal to 3q cube plus 6q square plus 2q. So it is in the form either 9m or 9m plus 1 or 9m plus 8. Now, as per the request of some students from exercise 1.2, I am giving you the solution of one or two sums. For sum number 5, check whether 6 to the power n can end with the digit 0 for any natural number n. This is already solved. Now for sum number 6, the question is, explain why 7 into 11 into 13 plus 13 is a composite number, and 7 into 6 into 5 into 4 into 3 into 2 into 1 plus 5, it is also a composite number. Okay, how to solve? Let x is equal to 7 into 11 into 13 plus 13. Now there are two terms. This is one term, this is another term. In both the terms 13 is common. So let us take 13 common. So 13, then 7 into 11 plus 1. That is equal to 13 into 7 into 11, 77 plus 1, 78. So this is equal to, we can write 1 into 13 into 78. How many factors? More than 2 factors. Now we know that more than 2 factors, it means it is a composite number. So this is a composite number. For the second one, let x is equal to 7 into 6 into 5 into 4 into 3 into 2 into 1 plus 5. Now for both the terms, there are 5. So take 5 common. So 5 common bracket 7 into 6 into 4 into 3 into 2 into 1 plus 5 1 ja 5. So 1. So this is equal to 5. Now 7 into 6, 42 into 4 into 3, 12, 12 into 2, 24 plus 1 plus 1. That is equal to 5 into, if you are multiplying this, you will get 1008, 1008 plus 1. That is 5 into 1009. So for x we can write 5 into 1009 into 1. So how many factors? Here also you see that more than 2 factors, means this is a composite number. Now for sum number 7, there is a circular path around a sports field. Sonia takes 18 minutes to drive one round of the field, while Ravi takes 12 minutes for the same. Suppose they both start at the same point and at the same time, and go in the same direction, after how many minutes will they meet again at the starting point? Here we need to find the LCM of the two numbers. There are two numbers, 18 minutes and 12 minutes. Now 18 minutes, that is the factors 3 into 3 into 2, 3 to the power 2 into 2. 12 means 2 into 2 into 3, 2 to the power 2 into 3. Now LCM is equal to, we need to take the highest power. The factors are 3 and 2. Here highest power of 3 is 3 to the power 2. Here 2 to the power 2. So 3 to the power 2 into 2 to the power 2, that is 9 into 4, 36. So 36 minutes. So after 36 minutes, they will meet each other. Okay. So they will meet each other after 36 minutes. Now for the benefit of the students, from exercise 1.3, in general, I am showing you one proof. Prove that root n is irrational. Let root n is rational. As we have discussed earlier in our previous videos, that these are contradictory proofs. So we have to take, that is root n is equal to rational, because you are to show that this is irrational. Hence root n can be written in the form of p by q, where q not equal to 0. P and q are co-prime integers. Now squaring both sides, we have n is equal to p square by q square. So p square is equal to n q square. This is equation 1. Now this suggests that n divides p square, hence n divides p. So n is a factor of p because n divides p. Now as n divides p, we suppose that whenever p is divided by n, quotient is k. So p is equal to nk. Therefore p square is equal to n square k square. Say this is equation 2. Now comparing equations 1 and 2, we can say nq square is equal to n square k square, which implies q square is equal to nk square. This implies n divides q square and hence n divides q also. Thus n divides p and q both. Therefore n is a common factor of both p and q. But what you have said, what you have assumed, that is, as n is rational, then p and q must be co-prime integers. Now co-prime integers means common factor should be 1, but here we get that common factor is n. So hence p and q are no more co-prime integers. Hence our assumption is what? Our assumption is wrong. Then what is the true fact? The fact is that root n is irrational. Now listen students, if you feel anywhere any problem, you go through the exercise. If you feel anywhere any problem, clear through the WhatsApp group, you send it. Okay, you will get the answer immediately. Okay, thank you.